What is up, guys? So today I've been working on a sugarcane farm. This is on my little private server that I have with just a friend or two, and this is the biggest farm I've built to date. So let's take a look, shall we? Oh my god, it's thundering and lightning. Okay. So we have... Oh my god, I should probably sleep. Let's do that first. I do have a house made of wood up top, so hopefully it's not all burned down. Put that back in here. So what we have here is a flying machine. Now the farm isn't totally done yet. As you can see, the rail lines haven't been put in totally underneath, just these first few modules to make sure it works. And the item collection system at the moment is meh. It's literally just chest after chest, and I can't even get to the one over there because there's stuff in the way now. So what I'm eventually going to have is these hooked up to droppers and an item stream. But, ooh, powered rail. But they do, in fact, work. They dock on this side where there's an on-off switch, and this can be automated with a master switch that I'll probably put somewhere towards the middle once we get more of these set up. But this is the first of the largest farms I've built. So I think this is 22 blocks wide by about 100 blocks long. And I'll show you a little bit just how big this thing is. It's pretty massive. Takes about a full rocket with an elytra to get to the other side, so it's pretty massive. You can just flick this lever on and the minecart goes all the way down, loops, comes here. If it has any items, it drops them off and waits until it's empty and then continues back. And as long as this lever is flicked, it will keep bouncing back and forth. So I can turn the farm on and off that way, in terms of collection at least. And then over here we have our little detection area. So let me get some blocks out. We have our little... Oh, I forgot I put a slab here. We have our detection area. So this is just a very simple, what you'd probably see most people set up for a sugarcane farm is dirt. Under here I have water, a waterlogged stair, whoops. And then the piston fires when it hits 3 and knocks the sugarcane off. And so basically this is just a clock for the rest of the farm. So when this sugarcane hits 3, it launches the flying machine by sending a redstone signal. Let me see if I can get a better view here. Sends a redstone signal into this block, which powers this repeater on 4 ticks, which is slow on purpose. And then into this block, which is now powered, which turns off this redstone torch right here. That means this redstone line will not be powered. And when the redstone line isn't powered, the observer, so it sends a pulse, excuse me. The observer sends a pulse into here through the repeater, turning off the torch briefly, unpowering the line that's on top of the obsidian, and then briefly powering the repeater that's on top of the observer, and that activates the trapdoor. The trapdoor closes, which the observer right there can detect, puts a pulse into the slime block, activating this piston first, which launches these two forward, and then the observer on the other side activates a pulse into here, activating this piston to pull this one forward. So it is just literally a flying machine. So I can give you a demonstration. Knocks it off, launches the whole contraption, and I need to get some more slime blocks so that it's actually the proper length, because it's supposed to be 10 slime blocks on the left and on the right. 10 on each side. So as you can see, oof, ouch, it'll knock them off onto this area. And this is using the most efficient way of, or most space efficient way to plant sugarcane, which is sort of a weird pattern that you don't see very often. Most of the time people just use rows of water, but that's actually about 33% less efficient than this way. So I have the whole perimeter surrounded in water. Just waterlogged stairs make it easy. Fewer blocks. And then the way this system works is, let me go somewhere where not all the sugarcane is grown up yet. You have a water source here, so that you can, because this whole side is waterlogged and can grow sugarcane. So you want to get them in the next row here. So you start a row here, let's say. So it will grow here and here and to the right of it. And then you have a problem of, well, you want to hit this diagonal piece too on each side from this original spot. So you go up a block and over 2, and then you put another one. And that's basically the whole design, is you go up 1 and over 2, sort of like in chess, the little the horseman. So up 1 and over 2, and you can also think of it another way. There's 1 block, and there's 1, 2, 3, and then another one. And so you can do them in rows like that, and they alternate rows. So you get to 3 here, then you go down 1 and over 2, put 1 here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, block, 1, 2, 3, block. And that is the most space efficient way to farm sugarcane. So this is the whole farm, and I think I'm just going to do a little time lapse of me putting in the rest of the rails. I should have finished the rails before doing all the dirt and everything, but I didn't have enough gold for the powered rails, so I just said, meh, whatever, I'll do that part later on. And then I realized now it's only 1 block tall, so I'm gonna have to grab a trapdoor. Put it on the bottom like this, and then place the rails in a 1x1, which will be a little bit annoying, but it's not, you know, you can do it. So let's time lapse the rest of this. Okay, so we got all the rails put in after, so much work. I had to go and get a bunch more gold from the nether, as I'm sure you saw, and then after finishing placing all of them, I'm actually going to leave that trapdoor there. I noticed in my redstone box, I have about a stack and a quarter, a little more, stack and a third of powered rails. So that's fun. The second trip to the nether was totally unnecessary. But we do have everything set up here in terms of the rail lines, and they all work properly. So let's see if I can go down a level and see. I made sure to put levers on the bottom side of each of the sections where there's powered rail, so that at least one of them is powered and it powers the whole line. And so we have that in place. I want to build out the rest of these modules, but I want to make sure that I get the collection system correct first. I'm actually going to have to tear up these powered rails because they're supposed to go on hoppers anyway. But that is probably going to be it for this episode. In the next episode here, I'm going to finish up the little area we have going here, this whole farm. Gonna finish it up, and I'm also going to show off some of the rates that it gets. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to probably build out my slime farm, because I have a chunk that's a little bit dug out, but there's no farm for it. I just kind of run in, kill a few, grab some slime balls, and leave. And definitely gonna need that farm for this. So I think that will be the next episode, is doing the collection system, because I plan also on expanding this design. Each flying machine is only a 22 by 22 or 22 wide design, because that's as many slime blocks as you can have. So I have 150 blocks that way. Well, it's like 100 and it's about 100 now that way. So I've got about 5 more farms that I can do of this size. So maybe I'll just do the storage here. That is an option, but that is for another day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful. I would challenge all of you to go out and make a very large farm that you're perhaps not prepared for, because man, did I learn a lot from this.